Are you struggling with your why or your purpose, or just kind of going with the flow but not sure what you're supposed to be doing with yourself, your career, and your life? Well, stay tuned to this video because I'm going to talk to you all about how I found my superpower and how that's working for me in my life and how I can help you with that too. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. If you are a returned watcher, welcome back. I'm Dr. Michelle Scoggins. I'm a licensed psychologist and I help individuals find their authenticity and their thing in life. I public speak and I talk all about mental health resources. So if these are topics that you're interested in, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so that you're notified every Monday when I make a new video. And don't forget to hit the like and comment. Okay, for so long, I tried to get the right job, do the right thing, kind of just follow the flow of life. But then I found that that just wasn't me. It wasn't what I should be doing in life. And once I get out there and I talk to people and I speak, and when I'm in therapy and in my groove, like this real part of me gets to flowing, and it's really hard to even reproduce it on camera. A lot of times I talk to my husband and we have these awesome ass conversations and I'm like, God, I gotta record us. Maybe we should do a podcast together, or just kind of like hit the record button in my pocket, because I truly feel like our conversations we have are a lot of what I bring to people in general. So I love to help people find their little thing in life and what makes them really tick and be authentic. For myself, it's just not going with the norm. For me, being outside of the box and telling that story. I have a lot of insecurities that kind of keep me from doing the things that other people seem so natural at, and I remind myself and I remind other people that I work with that on the outside you look like a pro, even though what you're thinking is like, I'm an idiot, these people are gonna hate me, no one's gonna watch this. And oftentimes that stops me from doing things, but I just push through. Yeah, some people are gonna hate my videos. I get some negative comments, but if it touches that one person, that means that video and that time that I spent was well worth it. I go out and help people understand their situations and learn to live their truth. And I do that in a way that demonstrates that where I came from wasn't like this house on the hill with these fabulous parents, and I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up with educated parents or educated family. I grew up in farming community and struggled through school. Even though I was very bright, I struggled through school because it didn't keep me entertained. And then I didn't get the praises at home like I felt that I should have. Even as a little kid, you kind of feel like maybe somebody should be proud of you, and when they're not, you tend to give up. So for myself, my story is that part of me that I do offer when people get down on themselves and feel like their position they could never come out of. And I give that little part of me, not to have them sympathize with me, but to say, hey, you know what, if I did it, you can do it too. But also, let's not overly focus on those things, because there's that superpower that's buried within that. The way that I feel that abuse has affected most people's lives is like a video game where, you know, the enemy is trying to take you out, your opponent is trying to take you out, and somehow, some way, you had a better strategy and you win the game. So even though they try to take you out with all of their bullshit, you were able to win the game. And that's how life, for me, feels like. So I teach people, how do you strategize yourself to win this game, even though the people that were there to tear you down, to make you quit, to make you turn away. Use those people as leverage, as your power. I'm kind of like, some other motivational speakers that be like, fuck the haters. Let me show you. You want me to fail? Well, let me stick it to you, because here it comes. And so when I hear a no, or you're not meant to do this, or this isn't for you, or you should turn around right now, if it's something that I feel in my gut, in my heart, I'm going for it. And I've done this many times over to show my success, that I've been told that I shouldn't do hairdressing. I shouldn't go to the military. I shouldn't become a doctor. There's probably a whole list of shouldn'ts that I got from people in my circle. But I took each one of those and was like, watch me do it, and watch me do it well. So yeah, I went off to the armed forces when I was 18 years old, and I went over to Saudi Arabia. I did that shit. I then became a hairdresser, and I did hair for several years until I decided to go back to school, become a drug and alcohol counselor, and then went off to get my degree in psychology. And now here I'm a licensed psychologist. And for those that have said like, oh, that's a waste of time, you're crazy, I get a lot of like this haterade from folks in my circle. And I know everyone would say, well, you need a different circle, and I get it, but that circle's my family. And most of you that know where I'm coming from have a little fucked up circle of family. But for me, it was like, okay, you guys are my fuel, you are my system to help me get through this. And I did those things. And now for me getting through that, I have learned that secret potion of how to do these things, and I help other people get through it and do it themselves. So for me to tap into my superpowers, I had to realize, like, what was I good at doing? What are the things that really draws me in? That age-old question that people ask, like, what keeps you up at 2 a.m. or wakes you up early in the morning? When do you get like that fire under you and you just can't stop? You don't even realize that you're working or that you're doing something. So this is your motivation for today, whether you're watching it on Monday when it comes out or you're watching it any other day. Watch it every day if you need to, that until you can tap into your superpower, you're just gonna walk around this earth and be like, is this all I have? Because it is not, you're not living your true self. When you're doing the things that you love, time passes by so easily. When you're not in your zone and not doing what you love, it's like, shit, is this over yet? So until you can get to that time moving easily, you need to keep looking. You need to keep fighting. You need to keep doing the things that helped you stay afloat so far. No one's gonna care about the woe is me's. No one wants to hear that you've had this crazy ass story, because we've all had some of those stories regardless of the fact. But at the same time, sometimes you just gotta get going and get the shit show on the road. And again, if these are videos that you enjoy or want to hear more of, subscribe, like, comment, and when more comes up to my mind, I will see y'all, and be well.
Perfect.